Good morning, everyone. We've got a beautiful little gold and white heart card this morning. It has gold, it's a white card with a gold and then a white overlay. Then we have a white heart frame square. We have a white heart and we have a little bit of gold behind the heart and some scrolls cut in gold. And I've used a couple of different things to make that. I have used a Nestables die to cut the square. I used a punch to punch the heart out. And I used a Kazaz, the really pretty little Kazaz scroll vine scrolls, I should say, to cut these scrolls out. Now, let's have a look at how we make this. First of all, you need an A5 piece of paper folded in half to make your card. And you just carefully score it so you don't crack the paper. And then you're going to stick on a piece of gold foil and then a piece of white cardstock over the top. Now, for speed's sake, I've already done that. So here we have it all ready to go. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to mount this little heart shaped square on top. Now I'm going to do a landscape card, so I'm going to just have it to the left. But if you had a portrait shaped card, you could put this to the top or to the bottom. Now the reason you need to do it at one end or the other is to fit your scrolls in, and I'll show you what I mean. So and now also the little bits you cut out of that that gets punched out of your square, there's no reason why you couldn't stick some of them either around on the front or just add a contrast to the inside of your card by just sticking them somewhere on the inside of your card, just to make it a little bit more interesting. So, you know, that's up to you. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this on with mounting tape, or magic mount. And if you just push there, it pops the paper up. And we just need one more through the middle, just so it doesn't dint down. And now we just peel those off. And put it so that the top, the bottom and the left side are all roughly the same size border. Now, I've got to say, I did see this also mounted on the diamond shape instead with the card ladies this week, and that looked quite nice. And I will be popping pictures of some of the cards those ladies made in this video underneath with this video on the post. Now, the next thing we need to do is I have a piece of gold foil cardstock and my heart, and I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to draw around the outside of my heart. Now this heart's got a scalloped edge, and I need this gold to sit under so it doesn't poke out between those scallop dips. So now that I've drawn around it, I'm actually going to cut around it a little bit to the inside of that line, so it doesn't, it's just lower than those dips in the scallop. But I don't want it so far down that we don't get those little white dots. See the little white dots? I want them to be gold. So I don't want to cut this heart too small. Now let's just see whether that fits under without any gold showing through. Oh, there's a bit too much on this one side, so I'm going to just take that down a little bit all the way around. See if that makes a difference. There we are. No gold showing through anywhere. Oh, no, just on that edge it's a bit out. Sticks out a bit more than the rest. Doesn't take much to fix this. There we are, very nice. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue on this, but just be careful you don't have too much. If you can't get this out thin, squeeze it out on a piece of plastic and just use a little sharp pricker or something like that to pick it up and put it along, so that you're only getting the tiniest amount on. But I'll show you what to do if you get too big an amount on too. The faster you move that, the thinner the glue will come out. Now the other thing you can do is, if you've got a big glob somewhere, just rub it off with your finger. Or flatten it all down if you want, so that it's not going to squeeze out the edges. I'll just grab a tissue to wipe my finger off before I put this down. And then you carefully place this on, and I'm going to use a pair of tweezers to do this, so that it's lined up nicely on top of that. There. Okay, and there's nothing oozing out because I've rubbed off all the excess. If any does ooze out, just dab straight on and up again, so it comes up with your finger, not rubbed across your gold, because the gold goes foggy if you do that. Now I need to stick this on with mounting tape also. I'll just put a little dab in the middle there. And we'll put that up here on the square. And the same thing, use your scissors to position it, your tweezers to position it. There we are, in the middle there, like that. That's quite pretty already. But now we're going to look at these little scrolls. And what I did with these is, there's 3 scrolls. There's that one going around that way, there's this little one coming off here, and then there's that big one there. And what I did is I cut them apart. So I cut this one off here like that, so I've got that sort of thing that can sit in and out from there quite nicely. And then I cut this little one off at the bottom here, and it can come out from somewhere as well. And then I've got this one here, and what I did with this is that little pointy bit there, I placed it in through here so that it comes through the actual heart there, and looks like it joins up because I've glued it underneath this scroll. It looks like it's all part of the one scroll and it's weaving in and out. And then, you know, I can position this anywhere I like. Now that's all right on its own, but you could then go ahead and cut the other one and do exactly the same thing in a different place. And there's so many ways you can put this together. I'm going to try and put this one together differently from the other one. I'm going to put that there. So I'll move that up a little bit, and I'll put that there like that, and I'll put this, cut that one there, and I'll have that coming out here somewhere. And then I'm going to lift this, and I'm going to have this coming out through here, so it looks like it's part of that one. And I'm not sure if yes, okay, so there we are. And all you need to do to glue them is just do exactly the same thing as I did with the heart there, is I just ran it along quite quickly, and if there were too many lumpy bits, I would smear them. If you're finding it's too fiddly to hold with your fingers, then just do that. Oh no, I'm very sorry, that phone is ringing. Okay, well, I'll just keep filming. All right, now, let's pick this one up. Oh no, let's just leave that one there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one first because it has to sit underneath that one. So, put some glue on here. Now I've got a big blob there, so what I'm going to do is wipe that off there and wipe it along there. And wipe my fingers off. Now let's just get that, lift this, put it through, and put it over there, like that. And have it down there, because you've got enough, leave enough room for your sentiment. Now we put glue on this one. Oh, I put a big bit of glue on there, so I'll wipe that off and put it in another spot. And I'll grab this with my tweezers so I can position it. So what I need to do is make sure that when it comes out from under here, this bit is coming and touching there. Okay, so that looks like it's rolling off that one. And even though that's going under, this is coming back up and over, and then that's coming out to the side. Now we've got these two up here, so we'll put this one through first. And again, use my tweezers. Get this in position where I want it. And flip this through, wait a minute, flip that through there so that it looks like it's coming out from under that. Now push that down, and I'm going to see if I can get this one, oh yes, to sit over the top there. See, like that? Cute. And then this is the last piece we stick down. And then we're going to make sure when this comes out, it goes over the top of that little one there. All right. And there we have our card put together, which is very pretty. And now I'm just going to see if I can find the sticker. And this sticker is a little bit different. It says, "A gift for you." And it's got a couple of gifts. I'm not going to put the gifts on, but I'll just put the writing on. And I like to put the writing on so that, with my tweezers, so that I can line it up. And with your hands in the road, it's a bit hard to line up. So A, I'm going to bring the A down a little bit. A, gift, and then for you. This would make a nice card for a wedding. I'm looking at this at an angle, like not over the top, so forgive me if I don't get this exactly square. I'll reposition it after I've finished taping. I'm just doing it to give you the idea. A gift for you. Yes, and it's definitely really out. I'm going to have to redo that, reposition that, guys. Okay, but you get the idea. And I'll grab the other little card. You could put any sentiment on this you wanted. There are two. I've got the same amount of scrolls on both of these, but I've done the positioning slightly differently on each one. So you could just fiddle with this and do it different every time. If you were doing it as wedding invitations, they'd make a nice wedding invitation, and you know, with you are invited or something like that, or it's a wedding, whatever you wanted to put on there. And each of the invitations, the scroll could be in a different place. It could be quite nice. Okay, that's all for today. Bye for now.